Right, so we are continuing here on Zion Amid Beis. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines for the top. So we're still looking for the reason why we need Allah to teach me that we would have, to teach me that we're not going to do Yibum when there's a rayos. Where it's the Havamini would do it. It's a lav sheish b'karis. Allah, see over there, Sagatag the Chamina, I would have thought Tisi, Achos Isha, B'mem Matzinu, May Ishesach. I would have thought that these are rayos, like one's wife's sister, should be learned out of a Mematzinu from Ishesach, from the case of Yibum. Ma Ishesach, Mi'avim, the Torah says do Yibum by brother's wife, Afachos Ishatis Yavim. Mematzinu, right? This is an erva, there's a Yibum. So even when it comes along with it, another erva, also you do Yibum. Mematzinu, one of the drushes. Gemara says, like, not good. You can't say that me dummy. Also, machari surah. How could it's not a good mematzinu. Straight up percha. When the Torah mattered it, when it was one issur, it was only ishazach. But here you're coming ishazach together with any of the other rayos, achos isha, v'chuli of the rest of the brayso. There's no havamina to use a mematzinu. To which the Gemara says here's going to be one of the first of the conclusive answers is, and we'll discuss it a little bit over the next amud. Before we get to the next answer, is Ishri. There's a concept that, not because of Mematzinu, not because of any of the drashos, there's a svara. There's a svara, logical reason that whole Ishri. Once there's a Heter, the Torah made a Heter, a special permission from a general issur that was until now, you could pull with it other Issurim and matter them. Whole Ishri. So where does this come from? Manatemra, Damin whole Ishri. It's like a very radical idea. Where does this come from that we would say such a thing? The Tanya. So here's a brayso. Here's an example. Metzora, Shiva Metzora. Shechal Shemini Shalo Ber Pesach. So he goes through the 7th day of purity of Tahara after the Tzaras leaves. The 8th day he's supposed to bring karbanos, which is going to complete the Tahara process. Okay, great. It happens to be that 8th day is Erev Pesach. V'ra Keri Babayom. So before he brings the karbanos on that day, he sees Keri. Okay, so v'tavo. So he goes to the mikveh for the carry. Now the problem is, Amru Chachamim afal pish in tful yom acher nichnas. The Chachamim said in general that a tful yom, someone who he saw carry and then he went to the mikveh, he has to wait till the night, till the sun goes down in order to have complete tahara. So even though the Chachamim said a tful yom in general would not be able to be nichnas, cannot enter into the azara, ze nichnas. This Metzora, who's at full yom, he had carry on the 8th day, he went to the mikvah, he really is tummy. He's at full yom. He's not able to enter into the Hazara. This person can enter into the Hazara. What does it mean? In order to get the full Tahara process of Metzora, he has to put his thumbs and his toes into the Hazara. So he's going to have to put them in order that the blood should be sprinkled on. That's what the pasuk says. So, and then he gets his Tahara from Metzoras. Now this person, if he's not going to get his Tahara from Metzoras that day, he's not going to be able to eat the Korban Pesach that night. So, the Chachamim allowed that he could put those body parts inside the Azara, meaning he's going to be standing by the Shar Nikanor, between the Azaz Nashim and the Azara. So he's standing right there, he'll put in his fingers, he'll get the blood sprinkled being put onto his fingers. Mut, again, this person can do that, he can enter. Why? It's better that an aseh which has kares, meaning not eating korban pesach, should come and be docheh, push away the aseh that doesn't have a kares, which aseh of a tful yom, of tumah entering into the azara. And the Amar of Yochanan devar Torah, the truth is, says Rav Yochanan midaraisa afilu aseh lespe. It's not even an aseh shema kares. There's no issur deraisa. Shenemar, how do you know? Yoshafa got up in the Kal Yehuda before the new chatzor that they built. My chatzor chadasha. What is this referring to in that story? This new chatzor by the Beis Hamikdash, the chatzor of the Beis Hamikdash. Amar Rebbe shechitzu badvarim. There was no new chatzor, right? It was the old chatzor. It was there the whole time. This Beis Hamikdash. What happens is shechitzu badvarim. They were macharish new divrei halacha. They enacted new things, new decrees and new ideas. One of the things they said was tful yom lo yichanes l'machna levia. They gave extra level of purity in that time in history. And they said a tful yom can no longer enter into even machna levia. I mean, until then it was only that he couldn't enter into the azara proper, past the wall, the gates of the Shar Nikanor. here he can't really even enter the whole Harabais, Machna Levia. The Amar Ula, and Ula came to explain something. So before Amar Ula, so far we're holding by Midaraisa, the volume anyways is allowed to enter into the Ezras Nashim at least, into the Harabais. The Rabbanan said he can't in the times of Yehoshaphat. So he's not allowed to go. But because it's the eighth day of his Saras, he's a Metzora, his eighth day after Saras is the day before Korban Pesach. Therefore, in order to be able to do the Korban Pesach, they allowed him to get the Tara. Now, one more step, the Amr Ula, so Rashi brings the Gemara, there's a machlukes ba'alma, what do we say if a person is standing outside the Azara, outside an area which he's allowed to stand, the Betuma, but he's going to be putting in part of his body in. It's called the Mixas Bia, partial coming in. Is Mixas Bia Shma Bia or not? Is that considered coming in or not? Is it an issur? So Ula's opinion is that Mixas Bia is Shma Bia. You're not allowed to even put part of your body into the area which is more Kaddish if you're Tameh, and you're not allowed to go in there. So Ula came to explain, if that's true, Ma'atam, why would we allow this person to put even part of his body into the Azara? It's true he's not putting his whole body in, but part of his body is going in, and you're not allowed to put your body into the Azara if you're at Tvil Yom still. So Ula came to explain, Hol v'huter tzara, so huter l'keriyoi. So Ula said, because every Metzora, on the 8th day, forget about the Korban Pesach, another new case, regular Metzora, 8th day, he's coming to bring his karbanos. He's still tameh. He didn't get his full Torah process, but so he's not really allowed in the Azara either. But the Torah says, this is Beferish in the pasuk. He puts his thumbs in. He's going to get the blood put on it. So there's a Heter, special Heter that the Torah gave for the Metzora to do this. So now let's go to our case. Since the Torah allowed that whole v'ishtari, huter l'keriyai, we're also going to, even though he happens to be tameh as a Tvil Yom for keri, and therefore that's an additional reason he can't put it in. The Torah never said you're allowed to put your fingers in for that. Right? Shma mixes bia shma bia, huter l'keriyai. So we'll say no. If it's mutter for tzeras, whole v'ishtri. Maybe let's pick up with midami next time because it's late anyways.